Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another workout. I'm really excited to start this new series of workouts, all specifically for runners. As you guys know, I'm a runner. I've run 6 marathons now, and I've been getting a little bit more into trail running, but a passion of mine working in person, privately and group class wise, is to work with runners of all levels, whether you're new or you're professional. So I am really excited to share this with you guys. Even though we can't be in person together, I hope these classes are really helpful. I'm gonna break everything down and put it all into a playlist so you can easily access all of the different workouts depending on what you feel like your body needs today. For this workout, we have a pretty easy, For this workout, we have a whole body workout. This one is going to be pretty comprehensive and pretty much get a little bit of everything. So if you're trying to sub this in on an easy day or after an easy run, this would be a great workout to do that because it is a little bit on the longer side. All you're gonna need is yourself, your yoga mat, take off your shoes, no props necessary, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so to start, I'm gonna have you start standing towards the front side of your mat. We have a few ways to get down onto the mat. As runners, we're all really stiff, right? And we struggle with our mobility and flexibility. So this is a good way to remind ourselves how movement outside of running is also functional. So you're gonna make a little hand over hand, like an equal sign. Press your forearms into one another. Lift your stomach and then start to come down, bringing one knee to the ground in this half kneeling position. You're gonna swing the other knee back. Your feet are gonna go off to one side, and then your bottom's gonna sit down. You're gonna come up the same way. You're gonna pull yourself up through your stomach, straighten out your calves. You're gonna step up with the same leg that went down, so that's your right leg. Try to keep your hips even. Push through your right foot and stand up. Okay, let's do the other leg. So this time my right leg's gonna slide back. Oh, that's the arm side. This time my left leg's gonna slide back. My left knee's gonna come down. My right knee's gonna come down. My legs swing to the left. I sit off to the right. This side's a little harder for me. Push into your hands to help you pull up. Your left foot is going to come forwards, and then you stand up. All right, let's speed it up. Right, left, sit. Down, right, left, 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 right, sit. Up, left, right. Nice work. All right. To make it a little more challenging, heels together, toes apart. That's what we call a little Pilates stance. Just about a fist distance apart here. Arms reach out in front of you. Scoop your belly in and up. Lengthen your tailbone to the ground. Feel really tall here. Press down through your whole foot and then lift up through your stomach and through the top of your head. Keep the sensation of up as you start to sit down. Try to keep your heels down on the ground for as long as possible. Take a seat. All right, lie all the way down. I know that's a challenge. Hug your knees into the chest. So whether you're fresh from off a run or it's first thing in the morning like it is for me, I'm just gonna have you take a few circles here to massage the low back. Right, a lot of us runners struggle with a lot of leg tightness or even low back pain, and that is the worst, right? Because you don't want that to limit your running. So Pilates is a really great tool to help prevent that, keep you nice and strong. All right, let's place the feet down. So there's gonna be some internal work we're gonna have to do in our bodies. There's no external resistance in this class, okay? So that means that you have to create the connections in your own body with your mind-body connection. So press your arms by your sides, land your feet down in the mat. Scoop your belly down into your back without filling out the space of your low back. So my pelvis is long, right? I'm not tucking it under, and I'm scooping my belly in at the same time. Now, keeping that without letting anything shift, lift one leg off the mat just an inch or two. You feel how your hips want to shift and how your abs automatically kick in, lower down. Other side, press into your arms, no shifting. You stay square, lift it up. So the concept of staying square, continue or alternate legs, is called your box. I want you to prioritize keeping the box even on all sides for as long as possible in this exercise. So I'm really bracing my core, I'm stabilizing it. This is gonna help you develop a lot of the strength that we're gonna need for all of the harder, more complicated exercises, right? We're starting with our foundation here. I'm really feeling that core fire right away. All right, let's land it down. Right leg is gonna slide. I'm gonna bring my arms to the sky as my left arm slides out. This stays just as tight as it was before. So draw everything in, scoop the belly, slide your left arm and right leg away from one another. Now get as long as you can, find that hip opening, right arm does not move, slide it back in. Now don't move the left arm, right arm, left leg. Your hips are gonna wanna wobble, no wobbly hips. This also helps you to open your chest and open your hips. Don't let your low back arch. Don't let your ribs lift off the mat either. So you may feel your arm, that front of the shoulder, the pec, feels really tight the farther back you go. This is a stretch, so I want you to actively reach in two directions, get longer, scoop the belly in, drag it in. One more each side. Okay, arms by your sides. Your feet are gonna come together. Knees are gonna come together. Scoop the belly in, get strong. Press through the arms, and now you're gonna lift your toes, both of them up an inch. Tap them down. Now nothing changes in your back, right? Lift it up, lower down. Lift it up, lower down. Press into those arms. Two more, up, no arch. Down, one more, up, down. All right, one knee into a tabletop. The other knee into a tabletop. Now you're gonna separate your knees and make a little diamond with your knees and your feet. So everything kind of makes like a little triangle. Your arms are gonna come to the sky. No lifted of the butt, right? So your butt's not like this. Press your butt into the mat. Lift your head up, press your arms by your sides, and start to pump your arms by your sides. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Continue. If you want to amp it up, options. Stretch your legs slightly out so your knees are almost bent or almost straight. If you have a tight low back or tight hamstrings, this is a really good option for you. If you want to increase it a little bit more, you straighten your knees all the way and start to lower the toes. You only go as low as you can, where your low back feels supported still, so it's pressing down into the mat. Can you spread your low back and spread your rib cage into the back behind you? It should feel good despite the fact that your core is working hard. Keep up in those arms. We have an inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. One more. Inhale for 5. Exhale, 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 exhale. Bend the knees. Lower the head. Whoo, rest. All right. Let's take a little break from all of that. Land the feet in front of you again. Press through the arms. We're going to take a few slow articulating bridges. So what I mean by that is we're not going to just lift straight up. We're going to think one bone at a time. I want you to use all of my counts. Don't rush it. Roll your hips up. Just your hips. Your low back is still on the mat. It should almost feel like a stretch. Scoop the belly and squeeze your butt. Lift your low back, but just your low back, nothing else. Lift your mid back, just your mid back, nothing else. Lift your rib cage, and now you're all the way up. Hips are to the sky. Zip the ribs in. Press into the arms. Now lengthen the knees forwards as you roll down. So I never want you to feel shorter. You're always reaching something in one direction. Running is all about moving in one direction, right? But we never focus on getting longer while we're running. So this is a really good opportunity to find that stretch, roll it all the way down as you move. All right, a little faster, we're gonna hold at the top, start to roll up. 3, roll up 2, roll up 1, don't let your hair slide, hold. Now it's lower halfway down, pulse up. You have 10. You're gonna start to feel your posterior chain, your glutes and hamstrings fire. Don't let your knees come wider than the width of your hips. Should be right over the middle of your foot. Your big toes are pressing in the mat. That's gonna help you find your glutes, I promise. You need those toes to work. Scoop, lift, lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Let's roll down 3, roll down 2. Roll down 1. One more time. Roll up 3. Whew, you really feel that burn. 2. Press into the arms. 1. Here we go. Lower lift. 10. 9. Every time you lift up, it's a squeeze. It's a reach forwards with your knees and anchor down with your upper back. Your whole body should feel like it's working, right? Just like in running, it's not just about the legs. Your whole body has to work together, and you have to have control and some energy and focus in your whole body to be successful at it. Let's go 2 more. 1 more. Open those hips, roll it down. This is great because it's the opposite of what you do when you run. So it's going to give you some stretch and some of that much needed strength in your glutes and hamstrings. Okay, knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Back to those abs. Let's rock up to a seat. You're going to keep your feet where they were. So knees bent, feet flat. So a little cue here. If you want to make it more challenging, walk your heels in close to your butt. You'll feel right away, right? You feel less stable. Less challenging, walk it out. Hands are going to be behind those knees. Roll those shoulders back. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, roll halfway back until your elbows straighten. Feel your low back, your upper back stretch out. Feel your abdominals kick in. Glue your heels and feet into the mat. Hold it here. Stay 3. Scoop 2. Scoop 1. Bend your elbows to help you. Sit up tall. We try that again. That feels so good as a stretch in my back. Rolling back. Your backs get so tight when you run. Depending on the position of your running form, right? We're all the way back there. Hold. We all have different tightnesses, weaknesses, and imbalances. Pilates, because of the alignment focus, really helps you learn to take out those imbalances and really get strong. Curl up. All right. Roll back, even through both sides of the waist. Hold it there, release one arm. You can always keep your hands on if you need to, release the other. Scoop the belly button back behind you. Almost imagine your spine was like tuna fish cans stacked on top of each other. Create a little more space in the tuna fish cans, but keep the shape of your back. Little pulse, down and up an inch, 10. Create that space, 9. So the top of your head is pulling up to the sky, and you're scooping back, still finding that C curve. Go 4. Go 3. You got it. Go 2. Hold it low, 1. Hold it 3. Scoop it 2. Scoop it 1. Lie all the way down onto your back. Nice work. Left knee stays bent on the mat. Right knee hugs in. All right. I want you to take your right hand onto your right hip. Press your right hip down. So I almost want you to imagine your right tailbone, that's like the middle of your butt, is reaching towards your left inner ankle. Okay, now that we got that situated, keep your right hand where it is. Your left hand's gonna come behind your right thigh. Straighten your right leg without your hip hiking. Bend it in. Now here's a great opportunity. If you need a rope or a band to get your leg to straighten fully, go for it. 2 more. Hold it up. 1 more. Both hands come on behind the thigh or onto the calf or ankle. Pull your leg in without letting your right hip hike. So you're imagining your hand was still in your socket. Pull it in. Pull it in. 5. Straight leg 4. Take that stretch. 3. Again, we're so tight, right? 2. Pull it in. 1. Hold it there. Sit into your right hip more. Settle in. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Press your arms by your sides. Circle your right leg. You're going to draw 5 circles on the sky, going to the left first. Don't let the left knee wobble side to side. Don't let your upper body wobble side to side. Can you fill in the space behind your ribs and behind your tailbone? 1 more. Make them big. Come all the way in. Go to the right. You're only going so fast and so big as you can, where your left knee isn't wobbling all the way. Okay? 3 more. You got it. Last 2, and 1, come up, place that foot down, and let's go for the other side. Left knee in. All right, you're gonna hug that left knee in to start. Keep your right foot planted on the mat. Left hand is gonna come into the socket of your left hip, and I'm gonna think of reaching my left tailbone to my right inner ankle. That's going to help you get a better stretch out of this. To make sure your pelvis is aligned, then your hamstring can truly lengthen. Right hand behind the back of my left thigh. I'm going to straighten and I'm going to bend. Nice. And continue. Straighten and bend. Get that stretch. You really feel it in the back of the calf, back of the hamstring, that whole chain. One more hold. Both hands come behind the thigh, pull it in. Maybe both hands climb up a little higher, pull it in. Woo, you really feel that stretch. I went on a 9-mile trail run yesterday and I'm feeling it today. If you can, try to tuck that chin in towards your chest so that your neck, back of the neck is able to stretch here also. All right, arms by your sides, here we go. Keep that slight little double chin feeling. Circle it to the right. Don't let that right knee move. So you never want your head to be like this. You always want your nose and chin to be aligned. And one, go the other way. Go to the left, scoop in. So think abs, think flexibility. Think abs, think flexibility. One more. And nice, lower down. Rest. Alrighty, I'm going to have you cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Hands thread. You're just going to take a little figure 4 stretch. So same thing applies here. I don't want to see your butt like this. If you can take a peek at the camera, you're going to lower it all the way down. Stay. Anchor your tailbone more. So almost stick your butt out behind you because that bottommost part of your sacrum does not want to stretch. So you're going to think, stick your butt up behind you, press your right knee away, take that glute stretch. Change. Other leg. So same thread. Press your thigh away. Anchor your tailbone. Lengthen the back of the neck. Oh, there's a lot going on. Hold 3, hold 2, hold 1, and rest. All right, let's rock up to a seat. We're going to roll like a ball. This is going to feel like a nice massage on your spine. If you need to add extra padding for your back or tailbone, please do so. Grab your ankles. As a modification, just hold on to the backs of the thighs, okay? Pull your knees in behind your shoulders, your nose into your navel, roll back, roll up, balance, toes don't touch. Roll back, roll up. 3 more. This feels like a really nice massage on my back. 2, and 1 more, scoop, roll. And rest your feet. All right, lie down to your back, 1 bone at a time. Scoop your knees into your chest. We have our ab series. Both hands come to your right leg. Let's start with the left leg on the ground. Push through the left foot. Almost imagine you could pull your left heel in towards your bottom also. Lift your head up. Hold here. Pull it in 3. Take that stretch for the hip. Pull it in 2. Pull it in 1 to switch. Both arms reach long, both feet come down. Push both feet into the mat. Hug your left knee in 3. Don't let the box change on the in. 2, so you're not hiking the hip. 1, and again, 1 more time like this. In 3, in 2, in 1, change. You got it. In 3, 2, 1. Now we add on. Right knee in, left leg long to a 45-degree angle. Change. And my thighs are passing by one another. And I almost want you to imagine there's a pen on either toe, big toe, and you're drawing a 45-degree angle every time your leg goes out. Elbows wide. Scoop the belly back. 6. I'll give you a break in 5. Head up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Rest. Knees stay into the chest. Head's gonna lift in just a sec. Head, neck, and shoulders up. Elbows wide. Heels together. Knees a little wide. Think of aiming your knees behind your shoulders, just like rolling like a ball. Feet are gonna land down. Arms are just gonna go straight to the sky. Your arms go behind you. They circle. Scoop your knees in. 1 more like that. All right, let's add on. Everything out. Circle just the arms. Pull it in. Out. Pull it in as much as you can without disturbing your pelvis. All right, lower down. Rest. All right, left foot's gonna land down. Right leg's gonna straighten. This is familiar, right, from that single leg circle. Hold on to it wherever you can. Sit into your right hip. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Pull your leg in towards your nose. In for 5. Take that stretch. 4. Lengthen your tailbone long and scoop the belly. 3. Elbows wide. 2. 1. Release your arms. Place your foot down. Switch and in. And in. And 3. 2. 1, and switch. Right leg, hold it this time. Left leg reaches long, scissor. Change, so it's pulse, 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 and again, pulse, pulse. 2 more. Last one. Lower and rest. All right. I know, like I was saying, a lot of us have those tight hamstrings and low backs. So for this next exercise, if you need to do more of this little diamond shape we did before, feel free to. You're going to make a little diamond underneath your butt, speaking of diamonds, and you're going to settle your butt and your tailbone around the diamond. Press your elbows wide and your shoulders open into the mat. Remember, back of the neck is long. You're going to reach your toes to the sky. And now from here, you're going to scoop your belly back as you lower your toes down. Scoop your belly back more. Reach your toes long to come up. And again. And reach. 2 more. Down, down, down. Scoop. Up, up, up. 1 more. Down, down, down. Scoop. 1 up, up. Bend the knees. Hands behind the neck. All right. Left foot goes on the mat. Right knee is into the chest, so you feel a little more warm now. Elbows wide, lift your head up. Twist to the right. Pulse here up 10, 9, 8. Press down into the left hip, down into the left foot to help you stabilize the hip. 3, 2, 1. Change. Other side. Left knee in. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower and rest. All right, you're gonna rock up to a seated position. Legs come wide. You can always bend your knees slightly like so, or have them all the way straight. Arms are gonna reach out right above those thighs. Roll it down 1 bone at a time. Stretch your hands past the edge of the mat as you scoop your belly back at the same time. Big low back, big upper back, and hamstring stretch. And then roll up and stack up your spine like it's up against a wall. Try that again. Roll down. This is called your spine stretch forwards. 2, 1, roll up. And again, roll down. 2, 1, roll it up. Nice work. Let's roll into our sides. All right, so I'm on my right side here. Knee stacked over knee. So I don't want to see this where my top hip is back. I'm really stacking knee over knee, and I'm really thinking about lifting this bottom waistline away. This hand is going to come right in front of me, and you're actually going to want to use it there. If you wanted to be extra crazy, you could reach both arms long. All right, parallel leg lift. Lift and lower, just keeping that knee bent. Now we're getting into all of that side stabilizing glute strength. It's so important, especially if you're a big trail runner or you're on uneven surfaces. You really want to make sure that this is all really strong to help those hips and low back stay nice and healthy. Good, let's go 5. We're going to draw circles with the knee. 4. So the paintbrush is on the tip of your knee. 3, 2, and 1. Circle with the knee. 10, 9. Every time at the bottom, my knees are touching. 8. Nice. 7. For 6. And 5. Last 4. And 3. We're going to go the other way. 2. And 1. Other way. It's amazing how fast these muscles burn out. And then you're like, man, if I'm running 2 hours, I hope these little guys are hanging in. Good, you got it. 5. Good. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bring it down. Clam shell. So those heels stay together. Knee lifts up. Tap it down. Nice. 9. And 8. So you're squeezing into this top upper left glute, trying to get right into the glute med here. You're keeping this waistline lifted, pushing the mat away with your arm. We're going to get into an arm exercise in 4. And 3. You got it. 2. Hold it up. 1. Lower down. All right. Keep your knees stacked. You're going to take this bottom hand, so that's my right hand, and I'm going to wrap it around my opposite shoulder. So I look like this. My hand's going to stay in front of my chest. My feet are going to stay anchored on the mat. I'm going to push the mat away. Single arm push up. Lower myself down. Scoop the belly in. Use your abdominals. Use that left tricep. Push yourself down. 5 more. Lucky 7 is the number we're going to do. These are tough. 3 more. They help because they really get in to that lateral plane of motion that we never really do when we run, but it's so good for us. Lower down. 1 more. And rest it down. All right. We're just going to do a little can-can, come to the other side. Same thing. All right, here we go. So we set up with the bottom arm down. Remember, we're not like this. Our knees and our shins are stacked. Press the mat away. You could fit a hand underneath the side of the waist. Parallel leg lift to start. So we're going to start to develop a little bit of that burn. Again, we're going to end with those single arm push-ups. You can do it. All of this motion is happening in a lateral plane of motion. So to explain, when you run, right, with my fingers, you're going in a frontal plane. You're going forwards. Very little of your movement is going side to side. So this is so good for us because it puts us in a different plane of motion to help keep us strong so that when we do get to running, those muscles that work in a different plane of motion can still support us. Let's go circles. 7. I love Pilates as cross training for running because it's easy to do anywhere when you're doing it on the mat. You don't need a lot of equipment, and it really does complement all of those necessary stabilizing muscles you need to be a successful and strong and fast runner. Let's go the other way, circle the other way, stabilize that bottom leg, and it brings a lot of awareness to other muscles and other parts of your body you might not be thinking about, but you actually do need when you're running. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, running can be so hard on the body, so this low impact exercise is really good for us. 1, whew, you really feel that? Right into clamps. Nice. Up and down. Heels together, lower the knee. You got it. 8. Think about really squeezing right into this right glute. I mean, you're probably feeling it, but if you need help visualizing, you could even put a hand here for just this portion of this exercise. Really feel it squeeze and turn up. 2 more. 2. 1 more. 1. Lower down. Whew. Okay. My left hand, which is my bottom hand, the one that's waving, is going to come onto my opposite shoulder. From here, my feet are going to anchor down. So I'm going to try to press down through my feet, scoop my belly in, and here we go. Woo. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. You have 5. This is usually my good side. And 4. And 3. This is really hard. And 2. 1 more. Last one. All the way up. And all the way down. And rest. Woo. Okay. You're going to meet me in a modified plank position. So hands under knees or hands under wrists. Wrists under shoulders. You're going to back up so that your knees are past your hips. They're not underneath your hips, right? And your hips are forwards and open. Tuck your toes behind you. Lift one knee up. You should be able to, without having to slide your knees, tap it down. Lift the other knee up. Now, can you do that? Keep going, changing, without letting your imaginary glass of water under a low back spill. Push the mat away. Up, down, 4, down, 3, down, 2. Hold your left, hold your right, find a full plank. Scoop the belly in. Hold 5, hold 4, you got it. Think back the neck to the sky. 3, 2, 1, lower down. Flip onto your back. We have a reverse plank now. So you're going to come onto forearms. Same concept. If you needed to, you could come onto flat feet and lift your butt from there. You're going to straighten your legs long, lift your bottom, and hold. Scoop that belly in, open the chest. This is so good because it's going to work your whole posterior chain, help you with your posture, your glute strength, your core strength. It's also going to help you open your chest. Gaze down your belly. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Meet me standing. We have one last thing. A series of lunges, the Pilates way. Okay, so you're going to sit up towards the front of your mat. Feet are hips distance here. Without disturbing your hips, hands are going to come onto your hips. slide one foot back, my right leg's back. Now they're a pretty good distance away. You can adjust after the first repetition. My back heel is up and my front leg is straight. Arms are gonna come behind the neck and I'm gonna press my head into my hands and open my elbows wide. Lift up with your belly, lift to lower down, 2 90-degree angles. Tuck your hip bone forwards, open your chest, open your elbows, zip the belly and hold. Push up, lift, and you're gonna lower yourself down. Keep your stomach engaged, push your head into your hands. Squeeze that back butt cheek, feel those legs fire. Now let's go a little quicker. Down and up. 3, 2, 1, slide your right leg in. Now surprise, your right leg's gonna lift to a little hover, drive it into you. Hands are gonna come by your sides and I want you to swing your arms like you were running. Scoop your belly in, don't let your hips move. Just your arms. Find your balance. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, other side. I'm just gonna turn so you can see my other leg. So hands come behind the neck, lift your belly in and up. Slide your left leg back without your hips wobbling. Left heel is lifted. Scoop your belly in and up. Square off those hips. Here we go. Lower down. You're going to hold here. Your back knees just add a little baby hover. Squeeze your butt. Hold. Push your head into your hands. Up. And again, one more hold. Tuck your tailbone forward. This is going to help open your quad, your hips, strengthen your glutes. Get you some single leg standing work. All right, let's do a quick. Push your head into your hands. Find your balance. 3, 2, 1. Slide it back in. Bring your knee in and let's run. Try not to lose your balance. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful work, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. And Christy, if you enjoyed this workout, feel free to subscribe to this channel and I'll see you guys all soon.